So when Saddam Hussein launched a war on Iran, the West supplied him with intelligence and arms.
So you want them to stop using the chemical weapons. At the same time, you don't want to see Iran win the war.
The hatred between Iran and the West had become so strong that the rules that govern how states behave were set aside.
Beirut, Lebanon's capital, a city that has always done its best to hide its past.
The story began when Israel invaded Lebanon. The story began when Israel invaded Lebanon.
In June 1982, the Israelis invaded, followed by a multinational force led by the U.S. Marines. The Americans were soon drawn into the conflict and seen as Israel's ally. But nothing prepared us for what happened next.
The Israelis, they have a lot of interest coming to Lebanon, and at this time the Iranians having their interest also in Lebanon, because they have a very part of Lebanon, they are Shia.
Lebanon has a large population of Shia Muslims, and in the struggle against the Israeli invaders, they looked for support from Khomeini and Iran.
It was easy for the Iranians to start coming to the Baalbek Hermel area. You have no inhabitants in this area, and you have a lot of valleys and mountains. They felt safe, and they can move and train their supporters. You can use your weapons, and nobody can hear.
I knew the Iranians were using a back road into Lebanon, over the mountains from Syria. At the time, my bosses in the CIA refused to let me investigate it. They said it was too dangerous.
In 1982, Iran's Revolutionary Guard created what would prove to be the most effective instrument.
مأمور اجرا بودیم دیگه. من از جبهه اومدم تهران، فرماندهی جبهه من گفت که برو لبنان و اونجا برای ورود نیروها آماده کن.
But first, the generals had to put their plan to the supreme leader, the Imam, Ayatollah Khomeini.
سپاه پیشنهاد داد که ما برای دفاع از سرزمین لبنان یکی از یگانه‌مون رو اونجا بفرستیم که از ورود ارتش اسرائیل به بیروت جلوگیری کنه.
The generals had to persuade the Imam that helping their fellow Shia Muslims defeat Israel would spread the Islamic Revolution. They enlisted the help of a grand Ayatollah.
من بهشون گفتم آقا الان انتظار دارن که شما نسبت به لبنان نماینده‌ای بفرستید و شما به عنوان جهان تشیع جهان اسلام ازتون انتظار هست.
امام موافقت کردن، فرمودن که ما که نمیتونیم همیشه نیرو از ایران اونجا اعزام کنیم، بیایم آموزش ها و تجارب خودمون رو منتقل کنیم و نیروهامون رو برگردانیم.
اون موقع بود که ما 1000 تا نیرو برده بودیم به لبنان که در یه منطقه نزدیک مرز لبنان و سوریه خواهش کردیم یه پادگان خالی کردیم به ما دادن، نیروها رو بردیم اونجا که جوانای لبنان رو آموزش بدیم. حتی بعدا خودشون هم به اصطلاح مدرب یا آموزش دهنده تربیت کردیم و دیگه خودشون این کارو کردن.
This new group would call itself the Party of God, Hezbollah.
قرروا أن يفيدونا في إنشاء المقاومة. يعني التدريبات أو الخبرة أو الخبراء العسكريين اللي كانوا يعني يستفيد منهم شبابنا. كان نفس حضور الإيرانيين معنويا كان مهم جدا لشبابنا والناس اللي خدمنا في مواجهة العدو الإسرائيلي.
که این کار رو کردیم و این نیروی مقدس و قابل احترام به نام حزب الله تشکیل شد.
Hezbollah became the most effective Lebanese fighting force.
The Syrians were looking for allies at the time in 1982, and